As the United States, France, and others weigh up military intervention, other countries are already involved in the conflict. The UN says more than 2 million Syrians have spilled into neighboring countries like Lebanon, Iraq, Turkey, and Jordan. And those countries' ministers are meeting in Geneva right now to discuss ways of dealing with this growing problem. It's putting a lot of weight on economies that are already very fragile in the region. One of them is Jordan. That's where Nick Robertson joins me from now. So what have the discussions been about? What kind of solutions to this problem are the ministers discussing in Switzerland right now, Nick?
Well, one of the solutions they've said is that the international community should come together to overcome its differences and help find a political solution for Syria, because that's the only way to overcome the refugee problem, is to solve the crisis inside Syria. That said, they're also talking about how they can fund these ongoing operations. They give the example that in June earlier this year, there was a request for $5.4 billion from the international community, $3 billion of that for humanitarian assistance for all these refugees. That was back in June. Now it's just beyond the end of August, and they say they've only had 40% of the contributions. They give the example of Jordan as well, where they say Jordan's refugee population is now over 520,000. So that represents an 11% increase, if you will, or 11% of the population here in Jordan. And they say that contributes to instability as well as damaging the economy here. So the money, they're saying, is desperately needed. So it's two tracks, Hala: appealing to the international community to get together to solve the crisis in Syria, but at the same time pay for the problems that it's causing, dig into their pockets and find that money that has been promised that hasn't come so far, Hala.
All right, Nick Robertson, thanks very much.